Heidi hi campers, obscure British 80s sitcom reference for you there, and welcome back to World of Tanks with the mighty Jingles. And welcome back to Alex the Snowflake. We have seen him before, for it is none other than he in this Tier 8 standard battle here on the Live Oaks map. He's in the TS5. This is an American premium Tier 8 tank destroyer. For some reason I'm struggling to remember how this thing was introduced into the game. I mean, I can remember when it was new, and I want to say it was one of the original mission reward tanks, like the East German T-55A. And that might be the case, because I know the T-28 concept was a mission reward tank, but that's at Tier 6, and this is Tier 8, so perhaps it was, but if it wasn't, please do let me know in the comments. I do know, however, that it is very, very good. As you can tell just by looking at it, it's a non-turreted American tank destroyer. Unlike the other non-turreted American tank destroyers, it's kind of slow. Unlike the T-25AT at Tier 7 below it, however, this thing is extremely tough from the front. Like the T-110E3 at Tier 10, it features a virtually impenetrable gun mantlet. Adding to its survivability is the extremely impressive hit point pool, 1650. I mean, the other Tier 8 American non-turreted tank destroyer, the Tech Tree T-28, with 1500 hit points, was considered to have an extreme amount of health for a Tier 8 tank destroyer, and the TS5 has even more. Armed with a 120mm gun that boasts 400 alpha damage, 248mm of penetration. For Tier 8 that is really, really good. With a blisteringly quick 1.8 second aiming time, this thing is an absolute damage per minute monster, with nearly 3,000 damage per minute. I mean, that's like Tier 10 tank destroyer levels of DPM. On the downside, the accuracy is extremely questionable, and it has an extremely limited, almost French firing arc, which often means that if there's a target even slightly to the left or the right of where you're aiming, you have to move the body of the tank destroyer around in order to bring the gun to bear on the target. All of this does, however, mean that with the extreme damage per minute output and virtually impenetrable frontal armour, this thing is an absolute magnet for both high explosive spam, which the KV-2, while it didn't do a lot of damage, it did injure his loader, forcing Alex to use the medkit there to get him back up. But as you can tell from the incoming fire indicator from the spam happy BZ-58, this thing is a bit of a gold ammo magnet as well. Anything with 310mm of penetration or more is going to be able to go through your frontal armour. Although, not the gun mantlet. That, by the way, was his team's first kill. They've already suffered 3 casualties. That's the first thing on the enemy team to die, although I suspect the KV-2 is going to be... Oh, he missed. There's the accuracy. It's really, really bad. Oh... 400 average damage, 322. He's going to have to take another shot. But the KV-2 will be the team's 3rd casualty and Alex's 2nd kill. The tough frontal armour and the questionable accuracy, oh, even he can't miss the T-29 from there, does mean that this machine is particularly well suited to getting right up in the face of the enemy team, particularly in urban environments like this, where you can use buildings to cover your flanks. It is still extremely vulnerable to artillery, and yeah, there's 2 artillery in this battle, and they have noticed it. And as the team suffers their 5th victim, an entire 1/3 of the team are now dead, Alex is about to receive the full attention of both the Hummel and the GW Panther on the enemy team. Oh shit, there it is. Yeah, that does kind of suck, but he's about to get the T-25AT, maybe? Yes! Just managed to catch him before he pulled back around the corner. Now for the T-29. Although, possibly. The Basotto, he's gone undetected. Oh, blind shot. Nice. Right, now the T-29. Although he's almost certainly not going to be able to kill him before artillery reloads and continues to give him the good news, which of course is why he was backing off. Because artillery have definitely got his dance ticket. Right, now the T-29. This should be a one-shot kill. And there is kill number 5. 1 more for the Top Gun. However, before we all get carried away, I mean, we're doing very, very well in the town here, but Over by the railway bridge on the eastern side of the map, not so much. And Alex has noticed there's basically just a Giro tank destroyer against an undetermined number of enemies. While it looks over here, there's just one enemy tank that still poses a threat, the Forest Spirit, which has just now been redetected. Alex judges that the Oni should be able to handle it, if not kill it, then at least prevent it from advancing, because it definitely looks, if you have a look at the map, like the majority of the enemy team are now pushing right up into the base. And friendly artillery are just kind of sitting there and have both died. The enemy Firefly in particular is having a pretty good game. The enemy team are, well, still ahead on kills. They've been ahead on kills the entire match, but well, it's only a 2-kill lead. Positionally, however, while they're not going to be able to take that cap without getting hammered, the fact that they are all in the buildings over there with hard cover, and there's nothing but concealment over here, and anybody wanting to get up there and fight them is either going to have to hook all the way around and try to come at them from the south on the railway bridge, which is not going to happen, it's going to take forever, or they're going to have to cross all of this open ground, which will be painful for whoever's brave enough to give it a try. And it looks like the M2Y is going to have a go. I mean, it kind of makes sense. The team don't have any scouts. There he goes, he's got a lot of health, and he is a heavy tank, and he is attracting a lot of fire. Now this has of course revealed the enemies, although they're making the most of all of that hard cover. Certainly Alex doesn't have any good shots at them, although the Giro has just taken out the enemy S1. It's left them on only 144 hit points, however, and whoever gets the first shot off between those two is likely to be the winner. And then, plot twist, it's actually the Firefly who snipes him from the base, and the Oni guarding against the Forest Spirit down to the south, who finishes off his competitor, sniping him across the map and pulling another kill back. Alex manages to score a hit on the M6, but all he can really seem to shoot at is his outside drive wheel, so that's not going to do any actual damage and is only going to immobilise him. The M2Y has just gone down. There's only 4 surviving members of the team left. The enemy team have gone ahead, 2 kills again. Again, it's the Firefly. Now, that was a big hit on the Oni. But the Forest Spirit takes a big hit in return, and there's the Top Gun. Frankly, at that range and with the accuracy of this gun, I'm amazed that that hit. But it did. And the threat to the south, well, that leaves the Oni free. He can either head to the south and try to get the enemy artillery, or, well, it looks like he's not going anywhere. Ooh, there goes the M6. Kill number 7. Alex is going for it. There's 4 enemies left and 2 of them are artillery. Which means it's just the Firefly and the Jackson over here. And of course, advancing across open ground in an artillery magnet like this thing. Well, somebody has to do it, and he's probably got the most hit points, and he's definitely got the best armour. So Alex straps on his man pants, takes a double dose of Brave Pills, and guns the engine, getting this thing up to, at least almost 30 kilometres per hour. Yeah, it's not very fast. Now then, where is that pesky Firefly? I'm not quite sure how to explain this dose of surprise buttsecks to the Firefly. I mean, it's definitely buttsecks, I'm not sure how it was such a surprise. It's like, he should have known Alex was coming. He was spotted moving across the open ground in the cap circle. Artillery was shooting at him. I have no idea why the Firefly wasn't ready for him, but he's dead. It's kill number 8. There's the Radley Walters medal. He did take a hit from the Jackson down here somewhere, and the Oni is moving, which is kind of brave because the Oni is possibly a one-shot kill for artillery. I mean, he's a big tough tank, but the Forest Spirit didn't leave him on a lot of health. Oh, the Jackson's just been spotted. Indian Panzer gets him. The Oni is not capping. He's found the Hummel. That just leaves the GW Panther. It might be wise at this point, and Alex is recommending that the Oni gets into the cap circle, but it's possible that the Oni is spotted and doesn't therefore just want to sit in the cap circle getting nickel and dimed to death by the GW Panther. I mean, the Oni knows better than Alex does right now what's going on down at that end of the map, and judging by the way he's moving, it does look like he is going for the GW Panther. And then, of course, it wouldn't be a game of World of Tanks if the spiteful shitbags playing artillery on the losing team didn't drown themselves and deny somebody the XP and credits from the final kill, and that is of course exactly what the enemy GW Panther just did. Nevertheless, an extremely impressive result there from Alex the Snowflake and the TS5, getting himself Ace Tanker, Radley Walters Medal, Top Gun, Steel Wall, and High Caliber, inflicting just slightly less than 5,000 damage done to his 8 victims and earning more than 1,500 base experience. And of course, because he didn't have to fire any gold ammo, I mean, why would you need to fire gold ammo when you're top tier at tier 8 and the machine with 248mm of penetration in its base armor piercing? Which of course means he also scored himself a tidy little profit of 172,811 credits. That does of course include the personal reserves bonus, but even without that, that would have been more than 100,000 credit profit. So a fairly profitable result there for a quick 10 minutes in the TS5 on the Live Oaks map for Alex the Snowflake. Extremely well done. Pleasure to watch. Hope you all enjoyed it. And as always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.